Hello everyone, myself Anjita Binaya. Today I am going to discuss a small topic from marketing. So let's have a look on what's the topic's name. Okay, the topic's name is the factors for fixing the price of a product. So before producing a product, what are the factors considered by the producer to decide the price of a product? So that's the topic that we are going to discuss today. So let's come to the first point. What is the first factor which is considered by the producer to fix the price of a product? So let's see. One is pricing objective. See, if the organization's ultimate aim is to maximize their profit, they will definitely charge high price for the product. That's a common tendency, we all know that. If a company is back of profit, if their main intention is only to maximize the profit, they will definitely charge high price for their product. So that is the first criteria. Second one, if the company's intention is to maximize the sales, they will definitely charge low price for the product because their intention and their ultimate aim is to maximize their sales. Whether they get profit or loss, they are not bothered, but they want to maximize their sales. They don't want any product to be laid down in the warehouse. They want all their product to be sold. So if their intention is to sales or if their intention is to maximize the sales, they will definitely charge low price for the product. Okay, see. Next company's category is if a company is back of innovation and technologies. That is, they are always eager in producing new products rather than competition. They are always back of uniqueness. Okay, if their intention is innovation, they will definitely charge low price for their product because through innovations they are going to make their product enter into the market. So once if the customers understand their value and innovation ideologies, they will definitely be ready to pay high prices. So that is a technique. Okay, to charge low prices for their product. See, if the company want to gain a bigger share in the market, that is wherever if you go, if you want to hear this company's name, that is their ultimate intention, then they will definitely charge low price for the product. And to overcome competitors, if the main intention is to overcome and fight against your competitors, definitely an organization should monitor always the competitors' pricing strategy. If they are going to reduce the product's cost, you should also reduce the product's cost. If they are going to give additional benefits and discounts, you should also be ready to give additional benefits and discounts. So that is another technique of the organization to withstand the competition. They will definitely charge low price. Not only low price, by giving discounts also. And finally, if you want to give better quality products to your customers, see, you are not bothered about competitors, you are not bothered about the cost, anything. Your ultimate aim is to produce good quality products to the customers. Then definitely you will charge high price because for producing a good quality product, definitely the organization has lots and lots of expense. They have to conduct research and development. They have to go through the product to different stages, testing, labs, etc. So if you want to produce a good quality product, definitely you will have kind of additional expenses. So the organization will charge high price for the product. This is the pricing tendency of a producers while manufacturing a product and fixing the price of the product. So now let's discuss the second point. See, second point is product cost. You know, basically every organization basically has two types of cost. One is fixed cost and another one is variable cost. So you can see that the fixed cost, the name itself tells that it is a cost which will be always in the organization even the production is on or the production is off. Whatever activities may happen or may not happen in an organization, this cost will be occurring compulsorily every time. There is no postponing of this type of cost. Fixed cost, for example, rent of a factory. Never mind the factory is running or not running. If you are taking the factory for rent, definitely you have to pay the rent every month. So it's a compulsory expenses, you cannot skip it. It will be always recurring in nature, it keeps on repeating. That cost is known as fixed cost. Okay. Second one, variable cost. The word itself tells that varying. It varies depends on the situation. For example, if the company is working for production unit for 5 hours, the variable cost will be something another. And if the production unit is working for 10 hours, the variable cost will be increasing. So based on the situation, based on the production of the company, variable cost will be varying. But because variable cost will always happen in the organization, you cannot guarantee. Because it only happens when the production is on. If you don't have any production in the factory, this cost will never occur. So, fixed cost is a cost which always keeps on recurring. Variable cost only occurs when a particular situation is on or a particular situation is happened. For example, cost of raw material. See, today I am going to start a new production unit in my organization. You know, basically for producing a product, we need a raw material. So, we are going to purchase the raw material. So, that purchasing of raw material is called as variable cost. So, these two costs are also the factors for deciding the price of a product. Well, manufacturer or a producer, before he fixes the price of a product, he has to see what are the fixed costs he has incurred and what are the variable costs he has to incur. For example, Mr. X has got 10 rupees fixed cost and 20 rupees variable cost. So his total expense is called as 30 rupees. So while he fixes the price of the product, it should be always above 30 rupees. He cannot fix the price of a product below 30 because his fixed expense is 10 rupees, his variable expense is 20 rupees. So total cost, what is the total cost? 30 rupees. So while he fix the price of a product, he should always fix the price of a product which is above 30 rupees. He can fix the price for 31, 32, but he can't fix the price for 29 or 28. So the second point is, to fix the price of a product, we have to also consider the fixed cost and variable. So let's come to the last point of this topic. See, last point is called as customers' demand and utility. See, if a product's price is very high, definitely the customer's demand will be very low. We all are customers, we are all consumers. We are having a basic tendency that whenever we hear a product's price is above our personal expectation, we just refuse that product because high quality products or high priced products are not affordable by the common people. If my company's product or my product doesn't have any substitutes, substitute means options. For example, if you don't get tea, you prefer coffee. So the substitute product of tea is coffee. Colgate and Pepsodent. The substitute product of Colgate is Pepsodent. See, there are substitutes for different kinds of category products. If my product doesn't have any substitute, definitely I will charge high price because I am the monopoly in that market. Because my product is only unique in me. Nobody can't produce the product which I have manufactured. So definitely the producer will be charging high price because there is no substitute for the product and there is no alternative option. For salt, for example, salt there is no other option. Instead of salt you can't use sugar because the two products are entirely different. But instead of butter you can put cheese on the bread. So there are different options for that kind of category. So the first point is, if the producer's product doesn't have any substitutes, definitely he will charge high price for his product because he will be the monopoly in his market. Second one, the opposite. If the producer's product is having more than number of substitutes, not only one, there are lots and lots of substitutes, definitely he will charge a low price because he knows that if he charges high price, definitely the next consumer or customer will go to the other substitute. So we know that our product is having number of substitutes. So definitely they will go move on to the product which is having low price. So when more substitute, the price will be low. Next, highly demanded product. If my product is having high demand in the society, definitely I will charge high price because I know that if I doesn't distribute my product, the people will definitely come to my home or the people will definitely visit my organization. So such highly demanded products, the producers are going to charge high price. And the last category is low utility. You know utility, want satisfying capacity of a product. If my product is not having utility means for the first time for using it's very good, but continuously if I use a particular product for a many time, definitely the utility will be reduced. Such category of products, definitely the producer will be charging low price. So these are the criteria. Basically, a producer is going to monitor and finally he will decide the price. Okay, so this is my topic. I think so all have understood. So thank you.